Good morning, everybody. Welcome back around to the blog and grill. I'm your host, Doug, here with your video blog for May 3rd, 2013. We are into the month of May, and I got a good blog for you here. I'm going to have some NBA playoff action for you, as one series is going to 7 and one is done after last night. We'll have NASCAR from Talladega and a look in at one of the pitchers in the major leagues accused of throwing a spitter. I'll give you my take on that as well. But first off, I want to start out with the athlete of the month for April. The athlete of the month of April is Carmelo Anthony. It was a tight race between him and Clay Bucholz of the Red Sox, but Anthony will get the honors here as the Doug Sports Blog and Grill Athlete of the Month. He averaged 36.9 points per game, 9.9 rebounds per game, 4 offensive rebounds per game, shot 47% from 3 and 54% from the field, and led his team into the playoffs. And now they're trying to win a game 6 tonight. I'll talk about that later on in the show, but congrats, Carmelo, on this prestigious honor for sure. All right, last night we saw 2 game 6s, one team advanced, another, we're going to game 7. The first one, the Nets and the Bulls. Nets winning this one 95-92, forcing a game 7, which will be on Saturday night. Nets had some nice balanced scoring, played good defense. Joe Johnson, Darren Williams, and Brook Lopez all had 17 points. Williams also kicked in 11 assists. The real shining star for the Bulls, though, was Marco Bellinelli. Bellinelli had 22 for them in place of Kirk Heinrich. Joakim Noah had another big game with 14 points and 15 rebounds. The key play it came down to was a jump ball between Darren Williams and Joakim Noah. Williams got a little tip on it, and then Johnson was able to tip it back to the Nets. The Nets held on to win the game right there. So game 7 will be Saturday night at the Barclays Center. The Barclays Center will be absolutely hopping. I think the Nets will win this and advance on and take on the Miami Heat in the second round. The other game that was a clincher last night, Nuggets versus Warriors. Warriors advancing on 92-88 over the Nuggets. Steph Curry, another big game, 22 points, 8 assists. Andrew Bogut, another monster game for him, 14 points, 21 rebounds. Iguodala kicked in 24 and 9 for the Nuggets, but not enough for them as Ty Lawson missed a late layup, and Wilson Chandler could not get the tip in. So Steph Curry goes on a tear. He gets his team into the second round. The Warriors in the second round for the first time since 2004. All right, time to go and check out some of our game 6s that'll be going on tonight. The first game 6, actually this is the first time there'll be 4 game 6s in one night in NBA playoff history. A little fun fact for you there. All right, first game 6, Knicks versus Celtics in Boston. This, I think, is definitely a must-win for the Knicks. They're struggling right now shooting, not moving the ball a whole lot. They're starting to get back into the stale isolation play of Carmelo Anthony. They got to move the ball well. J.R. Smith has to get back to attacking the rim and not settling for those outside jump shots. Smith's got to put his money where his mouth is, pretty much. He's got to win this game for the Knicks, and the Knicks, I think, have to advance tonight. If this goes back to 7, you give the underdog hope, and I always think if you give the underdog hope, if the underdog comes back, they can win game 7. So I think the Knicks will win game 6 tonight. Second game, Pacers and Hawks. That'll also be at 7 o'clock. This is in Atlanta. This series is weird. The home team has won all 5 games, but they have not been close. All games have been decided by at least 17.5 points per game. That's ridiculous. I think the Hawks will get it done at home once again. I think it might be a little bit of a closer game for sure, starting to get a little bit more of that playoff feel to it. I think this is going back to Indiana for game 7 on Sunday. All right, game 6, Thunder Rockets. Rockets are hot right now, and James Harden did not play well the past couple games. I think if Harden plays well tonight and he can get Chandler Parsons involved, they can establish Omar Sheik. I think the Rockets can pull this off and force game 7 back in Oklahoma City on Sunday. And the Clippers and the Grizzlies, probably one of the best series we've seen. I think the Grizzlies get it done tonight. Grizzlies will win game 6. This series is closed out. As I said, if the Grizzlies won game 5 in Los Angeles, they'd win game 6. So I think Grizzlies advance on tonight. They're trying to win their 4th in a row. That'd be pretty wild. So I got the Knicks advancing on, and I got the Grizzlies advancing on. Pacers, Hawks, Thunders, Rockets, they're going to game 7. All right, now on to our next topic. Jack Morris, the broadcaster, just set up the stage for you a little bit. Jack Morris, broadcaster of the Toronto Blue Jays has alleged that Clay Bucholz the other night was throwing a spitter. All right, spitting on the ball, throwing it, getting some odd movement on it. Mind you, Bucholz is 6-0 with a 1.01 ERA. And I'm just going to say, Clay Bucholz came right out and said, yeah, he had some water on his hip because he said when the umpires throw him a ball back, it's like throwing a cue ball back to him. So he's just trying to get some extra grip on it. And I have no issue with this. This is gamesmanship. People just, I think, take it too far these days. You got people getting mad when when runners are on second stealing signs. It's part of the game. If you can steal signs, go for it. If you can sneak something, it's not like he's putting some foreign object. It's just water. If he can sneak a little water, get a little extra grip, leave the guy alone. He's playing the game. He's doing it basically right. Well, in a time where athletes are so scrutinized, I mean, let's think. What is sports? Sports is a performance-based industry. You get paid according to your performance. So if Bucholz wants to get paid more, he's got to perform better. And in the Boston market, I mean, I have no issue with what he's doing. I think it's gamesmanship, and more people probably do it than we think. So we just got to think about that for sure. All right, NASCAR this week is at Talladega, and Denny Hamlin has been cleared by doctors, so he will be racing this Sunday at Talladega. But my winner is going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. I think Earnhardt Jr. will get over the hump. He's going to find a way to get to the front of the field. I think he runs better at Talladega than at Daytona. I think he'll get up front, he'll lead some laps, and he'll win. But Danica Patrick could be good too. She ran good at Daytona, and she really actually likes to race the big tracks. All right, let's go into a little bit of some AL East action. I just want to give you a look at the AL East, where they'll be playing tonight. Let's see here. Yankees are at home against the A's. We got CC Sabathia and AJ Griffin going at it, so that should be a good one in the Bronx. Other games tonight, Seattle at Toronto, so the Blue Jays are still at home. Boston's on the road in Texas. Baltimore's at Los Angeles. So Baltimore's at Los Angeles, and Tampa Bay's also on the West Coast at the Rockies. Yankees just 2.5 games back right now, and the Orioles are 3 games back. So the Yankees are 17-10. Boston is 20-8. They're playing well. Yankees are playing well. Jaba's going on to the DL for a little bit with a little bit of an oblique issue. We'll see what happens there. I don't know who they've called up yet. I'll let you know. Probably put it up on Twitter. But Monday we'll wrap up our weekend, wrap up the NBA playoff, first round hopefully. And we'll get going with the second round of the playoff, do a little playoff prediction for sure. Follow me on Twitter at YankeeBaller415. I'm also going to get an article up later today or tomorrow on jbsmooth84.com. So check me out there. Comment on my page, subscribe to my page, leave me a question. You need to leave it on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook page, and I will talk about it on the show. Just give me some suggestions for topics. If you want to hear about something, let me know and I'll talk about it. Thanks for tuning in to the Blog and Grill. I'm your host, Doug, saying so long. Have a nice weekend. See ya.